A Nigerian-American woman, Esther Agbaje, has been elected into the Minnesota House of Representatives in the U.S. general elections. Agbaje, who will be representing District 59B in the 134-member House on the platform of the Democratic Farmer Labor Party, an affiliate of the U.S. Democratic Party. The 35-year-old Nigerian-American graduated from George Washington University with a degree in political science. She also holds a master's in public administration from the University of Pennsylvania and also a law degree from Harvard University. Agbaje, who once served at the U.S. Department of State as a foreign affairs officer charged with managing the rule of law projects in the Middle East, currently works as an attorney in Minneapolis with a focus on general civil litigation and also medical malpractice.
Another Nigerian-American, Oye Owolewa, has also won his election into the U.S. House of Representatives as a shadow member representing the District of Columbia under the Democratic Party. The 30-year-old, who holds a PhD in pharmacy from the Northeastern University, Boston, and contested on the agenda to fight income inequality in the U.S., would be the first Nigerian congressman in the United States. And joining us for an appraisal of the U.S. elections and analysis of African Americans who won in Congress is political analyst BIODUN SHOWUNMI. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Let's begin by asking you your perception and perspective on the U.S. election so far.
Yeah, it's quite very interesting. We've clearly seen the division in America since the election of Donald Trump, who came on the agenda of making America great again, with another agenda of trying to ensure that America can pull out of all the conflicts which it's primarily responsible for in different parts of the world in terms of its interventionist policy, and also wanting to change the outlook of the foreign affairs relationship with Russia. That has led to serious suspicion of his intention and to many people suspecting him, thinking that maybe he's under one hold or the other. But so far, what we've seen is that Trump has not actually inflicted new conflicts on the world, which is to his credit, but also he has his other part, his eccentric behavior, which many people are not pleased with. Then the fact that he ran an agenda which actually divided America, partly along ideological lines and more along ideological lines and also on racial lines. Then we've also seen the way he has handled the Black Lives Matter in America, which also played badly, against him in terms of his attempt to intervene in different parts of the state without the backing of the governor, with federal troops. So those ones played badly. But the final damaging effect on him, it's actually the way he has handled COVID-19 pandemic, coming out from disbelief to having just purely a business approach to it, that the economy must continue to run, irrespective of the fact that so many people have died in America and so many infections. They are talking about 1 million, death figure and all that. And then he was still thinking economics. So those facts didn't play very well for Donald Trump. And we're beginning to see the effect from where he has a total 60%, 70% lead in the last election to now being trailed, so badly behind Joe Biden. So these are some of the effects of Trump's policies. If you look at it quite rightly, maybe he's done very well in terms of making America, taking America first in terms of his intervention in the world. America trying to be the policeman of the whole world. He's tried to pull America back from that angle. Apart from that, economic-wise, America has never been so badly, shaped than under Trump. And there's so much public disaffection against him.
All right, BIODUN, by the way, glad to see you again. It's quite a while. Africans, especially Nigerian Americans, participated in the election, and indeed some won both senatorial and House of Reps seats. Is it too far-fetched, to ask if you see a day coming in American politics where a Nigerian American can contest for the presidency and win?
Well, it's foreseeable. What you've seen in America playing out is one, the local politics in each area, because issues are decided based on local agenda. When you look at all the Nigerian aspirants who have won successfully, they all played up on local issues. They brought up local issues affecting their constituencies, not general issues affecting the whole country. And people are judged them, based on what they know about them. When you look at one who is a lawyer, I mean, she's represented so many different clients, and they know she's good, and therefore people are bound to go along with that. So these are positive signs. We've seen the same thing developing, in Europe, particularly in Britain, where Nigerians have been, succeeded in getting elected into political offices in those countries, into Congress and Parliament. So what you see is that at the end of the day, more and more black Americans, whether Nigerian origin, Kenya origin, or whichever, will continue to get elected into those positions. As long as, one, they are credible people, not people who have failed in their chosen career, and two, they understand the local politics, they are deeply entrenched in their home communities. We'll continue to see more of those coming. So also other races like India, Asians, and what have we. It's not just about Nigerians.
And honestly, it's a moment of pride for every Nigerian to see people winning in office over in the United States. Now, the Nigerian economy week, unfortunately, we do not have any more time. Many thanks for joining us today on Newsday to share your views.